Good YouTube, 91 here, and today I'll be profiling my Fire Fist deck, which is actually my own build. I know you guys might see some strange deck choices in here, but I'm just personally trying to test something out to see how it will work. Um, so I'm not gonna do too much, explaining, but I will just stop periodically just to let you guys know why I chose that particular deck choice, if that's what you would want to call it. But let's get right into it. So of course we have 3 bear. We played 2 dragons, 2 gorillas, and for the twist, we have 1 Barong, Fire King Barong, 2 Fire Kings Garunix. Then we have Voice Raider and 1 Rescue Rabbit. I know it looks kind of strange. So I know people like, oh, he's running 1 Rescue Rabbit. What the hell? What kind of deck is this? But right now it seems to be testing very well for me. I mean, since I only want 1 set of vanillas, I just thought I should run 1 rabbit. I mean, the deck doesn't depend on getting a rabbit that fast. I mean, because the deck is basically control itself, so rabbit is not a necessity. It just helps make plays more broken and get into some plays more faster than others. So I'm just testing out 1 rabbit, but truly, if the deck moves slower than what it would be with 2 rabbits, then of course I will put in a second rabbit. On to the spells. Uh, the new onslaught of the Fire Kings card. Uh, like I said, I am testing this out, but I feel like I'm gonna make my opponents probably waste a lot of destruction cards. Sometimes I might not have field presence, and this kind of makes it like I get to bring out a free 27 beat stick. So why not try it? I mean, the card is actually good, and I mean, the deck consists of fire monsters, so hey, why not try it? It helps me clear the fields. It gets rid of pesky windups and any other thing that floods the field. So yeah. Next, I'm only running 1 Fire King Fire Ring. Um, this is just in case I have, like, either I want to say Barong on field, or one of my Fire Fists that I don't feel like using, and I want to bring back out my beat stick, which is Garunix. So of course I had to put that in there. And I just felt like another reason why Garunix is in there is because I think even though the deck has plenty of power, it just lacks that boss monster that most decks have. And almost a lot of decks have a boss monster that may not be strong in attack, but they always have a boss monster. I mean, Agents, Hyperion, Dark Worlds, Grapha. The boss monster in windups to me is Magician or Shark. To me, that's 2 boss monsters right there. Dino Rabbit has Lygia, and Doka. What other deck? Mermails have Abyss Manglo and Mulan Glacier. So a lot of decks in the middle right now have boss monsters. So Garunix is just that extra boss monster to push the deck over the hump. I run 2 lances, 3 MST, 3 MST just to get rid of back row. Even though Gorilla gets rid of back row too, but you wanna make sure your summons happen. So of course, MST kind of ensures that your monster will at least get the summon. So next you got 3 10 keys. Of course, if you run a Fire Fist, you gotta run 3 rotors. So Next, we got the double summon for the deck, which is Tensu. Uh, this deck just that card by itself alone open up a lot of rank 4 exceeds. So he's just really boss. He just oof. The card's great. One Dark Hole, you know, Dark Hole's just Dark Hole. One Monster Reborn, simple as that. As you can see, I don't run Heavy Storm because with all of these fire formations that's gonna be on the field, you really don't want to get rid of them unless you're using them for your Fire Fist monsters effects. So for the trot lineup, we have one Deck Devi. Of course, with 10 key and Force Rate on the field, it makes Deck Devi live, and it kills a lot of the main competitive decks because they it seems like the deck relies on its smaller monsters to get to its most primitive monsters, most dominant monsters. So the Deck Devi most of the time is going to be live. So myself, I'm running one Tenkin. Tenkin is like another Forbidden Lands, but only in main phase 1, but it still protect against, Dark Hole. If they don't have outs with monsters, Dark Hole, Smashing Ground, all of those things like that, people run. It just helps protect it for that turn. The next off, we run two of the Tensins, if I'm saying it right. Tensin is just like Horn of the Phantom Beast with 100 or less attack, and it doesn't give you that net +1, but it's still good because damage step. This deck is basically used to kill your opponent and damage step. So Tensin is good card for the deck, and it gives almost all my Beast Warriors a boost. So this good. One Compulse, just to get rid of pesky monsters that I probably can't get over. If I start to feel like Tenkin is not really doing its part, I'm gonna take it out and probably put back in another Compulse. So, or Huge Revolution or Dark Bride is between those. Kind of want to try out Wabokus in this deck, but we'll see how that work out. I'm just testing different ways and different builds until I get that comfortable build in which I feel like I can play with and use this to its most optimal use. So yeah, right now I'm going with one Compulse. Of course, two Torrential Tributes, two Bottomless Trap Holes, two Solemn Warnings, one Solemn Judgment, and one Starlight Road to round up the traps. As for the side deck, we're going to two Thunder Kings. Of course, that helps against decks that like to add to their hand. It's good in the mirror match, good against wind-ups, good against mermails especially, and a Thunder King and a D-Fissure. I mean, it's almost hard for mermails to have an out to that unless they have an MST and pitch 2 for a Megalo just to beat over them. But if they had the MST to get rid of the defense, I could just negate with Thunder King. So it's all good right there. Of course, we run two Beast King Barbaros. This deck has an awesome ability to side into Skill Drain. So with Skill Drain on the field, it shuts down another good amount of decks. So of course I had to put the Beast Kings in, and they do a lot of damage, especially with Tenki, because once Barbaros effect is negated, he gains that he goes back up to 3,000 plus that extra 300 or 400 that Tenkin gives him. So Barbaros can be a massive beat stick at times. Next off, 3D Fissure. because a lot of decks rely on Grave. So you can get to the D Fisher early. Game 2, game 3, more than likely you're probably gonna have a game. Because a lot of decks right now do rely on graveyard and needing things to go to the graveyard so they can, keep their plays going. Luckily, this deck sends spell and traps to the grave, so to keep their self going. So it's all good right there. I do play 2 Rivalry of the Warlords. I felt like Rivalry of the Warlords would be better than Gozen, simply because even though Gozen, you can only use 1 attribute, but in this deck, since it runs a lot of Beast Warrior type, more than likely when I side in Barbaros, I'll be taking Garunix out and all the other stuff that I don't need. So it's just overall better than Gozen, because Gozen, some people have the same attribute but not the same type, so they still get to go into shenanigans and plus and all that. It's just so stupid. And of course, like I said, 2 skill drains. It's good against a lot of stuff except Dark Worlds, because they utilize skill drain, and Heroes, they utilize skill drain. So those are the only 2 skill drain doesn't really affect, but other than that, other decks are really affected by skill drain. 2 deep prisons. Got that in for of course, a lot of aggro decks who like to summon big balls, big sticks. To get rid of you need the deep prisons like the Shinings, so they don't get that +1 back. +1/+2, however you do the plussing scale. Chaos Dragons for red mans and light pulsars, and any other deck. Also for Fire Kings, since they're going to become like very, very popular. And last off, we have Shadow and Prisoner Mirror, of course, for Dark Wars and Insectus, because since this is not a pure Fire King deck, I would say this deck will like really have troubles with Insectus, because all this stuff set, and if you don't activate the same turn, they just pop it off with Hornet and just proceed to go into a bunch of shenanigans, because they get the plus off the Dragonflies and Centipedes and Gigamanuses, swords. Oh, so stupid. And Shadow and Prisoner Mirrors just shits on Dark World. So Dark World matchup, 3 deep fissures, 2 Shadow and Prisoner Mirrors. Really not much you have to worry about there for that. So that's it for the side deck. Of course, extra is pretty much basically all the good rank 4s in the game right now. Plus 2 Stardust. Really don't know why I have 2 Stardust is in there. I might put in another rank 8 or something like that, just because in case I get 2 Garunix on the field. You never know. It's Yu-Gi-Oh. But just to name off, got 2 Tiger. Is it Tiger? I think Tiger Prince. Yeah, Tiger King. Got 2 Tiger Kings, 1 Abyss Dweller, 1 Evil Gishki Marigeist, 1 Gaga Cowboy, 1 Black Corn, 1 Utopia, 1 Maestro, 1 Steel Sworn Roach. Roach is only in there because Chaos Dragons is still a deck, at least until Evil Sworns come out, so you do have to still worry about them. Also, 1 Shockmaster. This deck can go into rank 3s. 1 Gemini Pearl, and 1 Vylon de Sigma, and 2 Stardust. So basically, that's it for the deck. I might give you guys like a kind of I guess a dual video later, because right now I don't really feel like doing one. So yeah, that's my Fire Fist King deck, or King Fist deck. I don't know, whatever you want to call it, but yeah, it's a deck I'm testing out right now. So let me guys know what you think. Comment, rate, subscribe. This your boy YG Snow 91. I'm out.